What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're taking a look at Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun here, and this is a game I've been looking forward to for a little while, and it's getting some great reviews out there, including over on Steam. It's a great 90s style retro shooter, and I'm really having a blast with it here on Steam Deck and over on my PC and GeForce Now as well. So with that said, let's go ahead and get in and take a look at the game. Let's take a look at the settings and some more gameplay here. And as far as video, we're just 800p full screen, 100% resolution, no VSync here, 60 FPS cap, and then just maxed out on everything else for their settings here. There's not a lot of settings, and you could certainly tweak these if you're wanting to get more battery life, you want to steady out your frame times, you want to come to 30, 40 FPS, whatever. But this game's easy enough to run that I really didn't want to get into a performance video here so much like I normally do for games. This is more of a game recommendation video. Really having a blast genuinely with this game. It really harkens back to some of my childhood games that I played many years ago, and it's just running very smoothly anywhere that I play it. It's fairly well optimized. There are some areas though that you do run into and things dip down and have to recover. You might go down into the 40s. I've even seen 30s at times, but it typically doesn't stay there long. So there could be some compiling and things like that going on, and you'll see some of that in the video. But for the most part, this is broken down into levels. You run around, kill everything, find a red blinking light that's missing a key, wander off, find the missing key, and then bring it back to open a door and continue throughout the level till you get to the end. Most of the levels, for the most part, seem fairly short, and they're a lot of fun. And since recording this footage, I've done a few more levels, and yeah, I really am still having a blast with it. And gunplay, like the shotgun and even the regular gun, first gun you get, all feel really good. Gunplay feels great, and they have a little bit of weight to them, a little bit of feeling there, and I'm just really surprised at how decent the game feels, not just here on deck but elsewhere. It just seems to work really well and feels great to play. It's very smooth, very fast-paced. You see a dip there down to 44 and then the recovery, so we're loading into a new area. Those are the kinds of things that could happen. Now, adjusting settings won't necessarily help that, right, when we're in those areas. They just kind of get hit here sometimes, and you dip down and then it recovers. I would be willing to bet that we could get a patch or two that would actually smooth a lot of that out for us. It doesn't just happen on deck, it does happen on my PC, my desktop PC as well. So it's not just a deck resource kind of thing, it's the game loading in or having issues with certain effects on screen until it recovers. But for the most part, you can get a 60 FPS experience out of this game, and you can certainly turn off ambient occlusion and mess with some other things, and I have been able to steady out some of that by doing that. But I just think the game pretty much runs well enough this way that I've just pretty much maxed everything out and run it at around the 60, and it works well for me. But according to what you want to do as far as battery life and all of that, of course you can adjust your settings and your frame rate and all of that, but again, not totally getting into that in this video. But I hope you can tell from at least some of the footage here and the gameplay what the game is about. If you're used to 90s style retro shooters or played those games before, it should look kind of familiar to you, and it is a lot of fun and a blast to play. And I think that this is kind of the perfect game for Steam Deck. It's a $20 game. It happens to be on sale 10% off as well for launch, and I think it just runs well enough here, and I think you can squeeze enough battery out of it and get a good enough experience out of it that this is kind of a must-have for anybody's Steam Deck library, in my opinion, that likes these kind of games. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I really appreciate it as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.